Coach, we are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Set, ready, 10-2 start. Check 56. Cut. 25, check 25, check. Any weapon. Fire.
Here's Scott. Off play action. They'll roll him out right. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All day, just like that.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10. Check. Hey, stand off.
On 3rd down, Scott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, 51 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Gould with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Coming to you.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Garoppolo now. Flushed out right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Six. One, Omaha.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Let's go, D.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Who that?
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back to throw. Scott going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
No. Protein spill. Hit it.
Now Scott operating from the gun. He's going to rifle, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 63 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? This is that mythological thing that we do. If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, 49ers.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Garoppolo, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now Leonard Fournette. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Scott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Get him, boys. Yeah. That's how we do, D.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. These two teams all tied after one. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Scott. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. D. Ford. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Scott. From the gun, he'll throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
56. Here we go, D. Check.
X3. 218. Chopper. Let's go.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm here all day. Check the backer.
22 jet bomber.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete.
I got you, boy.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
I'm coming after you.
Go.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Step.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10.
You draw focus.
Watch it. Shoot.
Get it.
Looking to throw. Scott. He's got it. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Check 56. Be a long day for you.
Watch 6-6. Pull it high.
Safety's creeping.
He's gripping.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Jaguars have taken the lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, man.
One, Omaha.
He's coming. We got double up.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Ready? 70, Indy.
56. Here we go. You go tight.
61, Matchbox Lights.
Scott now. Throwing on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
safety.
Pilot, 64, weak. Shoot.
Back to throw. Scott. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
And the 49er first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Right back to Coleman here on first down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 41 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Eluding the pressure right, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Ready.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. He'll get 9 yards on the keeper there, but it's still going to leave him with a 3rd and 1.
But if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunky yardage picked up there.
And Braith, the tight end's got it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
80 weapon.
Mike 56, Mike 56. I got him.
Clear.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check. Let's go.
2nd and 4. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Scott from the gun on third down. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's first and 10. Here's Scott operating from the gun. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
56, Mike 56.
Second and long. And he's going to go down again. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on fourth down, may as well make him punt it. So on fourth down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambo to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for the Niners. 54 yards.
First down, 49ers.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Coleman now. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Now Gold for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Niners 21, Jaguars 17.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Let's go. 8, read. Man. General West.
Check.
Put up.
Press down.
5.
Now Scott throwing on 3rd and long. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Scott. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Looking long for Westbrook. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. And even 40 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Go.
To throw is Scott. From the gun, he'll throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Lambo will put this one through, and that'll bring him back within a point. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now after the made field goal, back out Lambo to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Watch the clock. Watch the clock. Watch the clock. Watch the clock. Watch the clock.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
44, come on. So we got man.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, San Francisco.
Here we go. Here we go.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Garoppolo on first down. That's caught. It's Coleman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Wait.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And it's caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 32-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Scott. Complete. He finds Brady. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Fournette on the counter. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Down. 90 Wolf.
Right there, 56. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Go.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Sit up.
Take the mic.
2.
Again, it's Fournette.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Ready.
The Jaguars on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Right. 56, the Mike boy, 56. Check, 56. Nice.
Scott now, operating from the gun. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here's Coleman. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Wilson with a first down carry. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Garoppolo looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Here we go, here we go, here we
So
go.
from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
This is Coleman. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here we go. 180!
From the 38, Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Coleman, even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Now, I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
It's Coleman here. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Scott, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So the victory here for San Francisco. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with